Welcome back. Today I have another thrift haul for you guys. I went sourcing pretty much all day yesterday. I did manage to find 38 items. Well, technically it is about 40 items because one of them is a three-piece set. I'm still debating if I'm going to list them separately or all together, but probably together. So I'm counting it as one. I spent a total of $209 with 79 cents, which brings my average cost of goods for all of the items to $5.52, which is amazing. Yesterday they were pricing things. Some things were crazy, but a lot of them were reasonably priced. Normally when I get home, I do sort all of my stuff and start taking off tags so that I'm ready to go the next day to start processing the items. But I was just too tired yesterday. I made it home by like 7. So that's what I'm going to do today. As I'm sorting everything, I'll show you each piece. Tags are still attached, so you'll see exactly what I paid for each item. And on the screen, I will put the listing price or the sold price if the item has already sold by the time you're watching this video. First up, we have this jumper dress or overall dress, maybe you could call it. It is black denim. I love that it had this celestial print. It has sun, stars, moons. It is by this brand called, what is it? Hell Bunny. It looks like it's new without tags because it still has this attached. It is a 2X, so a plus size. Plus size celestial themed items usually do well for me. Hell Bunny is a brand that does a lot of plus size, rockabilly, retro, those kind of dresses usually. I've never picked up a jumper by them or a overall dress, but I think this will do good. It was $6.50. The pluses with this one is that it's plus size and that it has a celestial print and that it's new without tags. Here we have this item that I don't think I've shown in my hauls recently. P-O-L. This one I paid $3.50. It was half off day, so I'm telling you half of the price that is on the tag. This is an oversized lace detail kind of top. I think I only have one Poe item in my closet right now that has been sitting. It's like a shacket all over white lace and it hasn't moved. It looks kind of similar to this, but as I said, more of a shacket, not a top. So that's why I decided to give this a try anyway, even though I have kind of a similar piece right now. I think that one will move. Here's a men's item. It is by Robert Graham. It has this beautiful all over almost abstract print, but when you look close enough, they are skulls. Another good thing for this item is that it is 4XL. Yesterday I made my men's debut. I did start going through the men's section. I didn't find anything. I'm only going through jeans and through blazers right now. I'm starting to see if that's the route I want to go. I'm not completely sure yet, but it's looking like that's what I'm going to do. Initially, what the main goal was to get really good at women's clothing, learn about the brands that are doing well now, learn about aesthetic sourcing, all of that stuff, and I feel like I'm pretty good at it right now, so I think it's the perfect time to start adding men's. This one though, I did see it in the women's, so that's why I got it, but right now I'm going to try to get good at getting men's items, so maybe next haul you'll see some. Here we have this brand that I was so glad to find. It's called Faithful, the brand. I think it's still a good brand. I'm not entirely sure because this used to be a big bolo back in the day. But I thought, you know what? This is going to do well regardless of the brand, but maybe the brand is going to elevate it and help me sell it. This is a cottagecore style long maxi dress. I love the colors, kind of like rustic, dark floral. This one I paid $6.50 for. It is a size small. Here we have another cabbie piece. They're these wide leg crop style. It does really well for me on Depop when they look like this, and these were $4.50. Also a beautiful fall looking color, so if anything it will sell by then. These pants are by this brand called Hilera, which is sort of like a fast fashion type brand. I thought these were beautiful because they are super wide leg. They are the new with tag and they are an extra large. I paid $5 for these pants, which is a lot for Hilera because usually I get anywhere from like $20 to $22 for it, but that's when they're used. So hopefully I can push these to about $27 or $28, but even if I just hit the $25 mark, it won't be that bad. This is my first time trying this brand, J. Marie. I was looking up their stuff because I did find, I think, a total of 3 pieces yesterday, 2 dresses and 1 top, and when I looked it up, it just didn't have very solid comps. So I just went ahead and picked what I thought was the best piece just to try it out myself. It is a size small. I paid $6.50, and it is this kind of almost like a tent dress, which have been doing really well for me. Did see floral prints all over, bright pink lace, ruffled sleeves right here. So I don't know exactly how much I'm going to get for this. Hopefully those, what was it, $6.50 is worth it, but we shall see with that one. That's more of a test for me. Then we have this Chico's top, which I thought was very pretty. It is velour patchwork. It has very beautiful prints, paisley, floral. It is that dark moody type of color, so very whimsy goth like. I love that it had the lace up at the neckline. It is a 3 in Chico's, which I looked up and I think it said extra large, just because I wanted to see if I could also pick it up just based on size. That would add something extra to it. It was $5, which I think is pricey for Chico's, but because of the style, the look, the fabric, the size, I think this one is going to do good. These, I was debating whether to pick them up or not because Garnet Hill has been moving at a slower pace for me lately. This is what the tag looks like, and it is a 100% linen top. This is a size 12, so not too bad. If it was an extra small or a small, then I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But I also got this one here, which is the same exact size, also 100% linen, just in a different color. So I think I'm going to lot these two up together. The sell-through rate on these was about like a 15%, and the average sold price was somewhere around the $22 mark. If I lot them up together, I'm hoping to get closer to like the $30 mark, maybe $28. And for one I paid $2.50 and the other was $3, so $5.50 for both of those, and I'm going to list them together. This I picked up because of the style of dress that it is. Let me look this up. Okay, so the word I was looking for was miu miu, and according to Google, a miu miu is a loose fitting Hawaiian origin dress that hangs from the shoulder without a defined waist. So basically a shift dress. So I don't know if this is technically a miu miu because I mean it's tropical, but I don't know if Hawaiian precisely. But when I Google lensed it, that's what came back, that it was a miu miu dress. And I was recently watching a video by, I think, the Empowered Reseller is her name, and she was talking about just different things that are trending right now, and miu miu dresses was one of the things she mentioned. So that's why I wanted to get this and try it out. The brand is called Only Necessities. This is 100% cotton, and it is a size large. So because it had a lot of neat things, a lot of good factors, I thought it was a perfect experiment piece to try to see if I could sell miu miu dresses, even if it's not a popular brand. And this was $2.50. Here we have this piece by Forever. That's all it says, not even Forever 21. So I'm not sure what this brand is exactly. Just a cheap boutique one, I think. I paid $2 for this top, and I got it because when I went to the bins the other time, I got a top that looked just like this, but it was all black. I called it blazer shirt. I used the keyword steampunk in the title, and it sold pretty quickly on Depop for $20, maybe $24. So that's why I wanted to give this a try to see if I could also sell that one under the same title and the same keywords. And if I do, then I'll know moving forward those are some good tops to pick up when I can find them cheap. These pants I thought were very pretty. They are a bootcut style, maybe flare style. They're by this brand, Pink Victoria's Secret, and I really like that they had the fold over waist, and they also have embroidery all over the waist. It has like the dog logo, a heart, some flowers. I didn't look these up because I just just thought they were too pretty. Oh look, they also have scalloped trim here on the fold over waist too. So once I steam it, I'll be able to get that to stay and show beautifully in the picture. As I said, I didn't look them up because of the brand, because of the style. The boot cut flare yoga pants usually do well. And also they were just $5, so hopefully I didn't make a mistake by not looking these up, but I don't think that it will be a loss for me because it has a lot of cool things. Moving on to the next store, the first piece or pieces, because I'm also going to lot these up, are these motherhood maternity tops. This one was $2 and it is a navy blue, just like a thermal, maybe pajama type top. I love that it has this Nordic holiday print here on the sleeve, and the other one is exactly the same, but it is a gray color, so that's why I thought it'd be a great idea to lot these up. And this one was also $2, so I'm not exactly sure how much I'm going to price these for, but maternity is something that I'm starting to look into when I'm in the women's section, because I think that it's a good category to get into. Women need maternity clothing. They don't want to pay up for it because they're not going to wear it for a long time. This is an unbranded cardigan crochet little vest looking thing. This one I paid $3.50 for, which I thought was a bit much for an unbranded item like this. It's something that I usually don't pick up, so it's also an experiment piece, and I wish I could have paid closer to like $1.50 to $2 for it, which I did find some that were priced at that price, but I felt like this was the best looking piece out of all of them for me to see if I could get this sold with no brand. This one I was kind of going back and forth with, mainly because of the size. It is an extra small. A geometric floral print shirt dress. It has the collar, the buttons up the front. It is by the brand Maeve. I looked up this piece specifically because that's what I like to do with Maeve. Some of their pieces do really well and some of them can sit for a very long time. It's just so much out there. Some of it are very old pieces, some of them are a little bit more current, so you really got to look up this brand and the specific styles you find. So that's what I did with this. A lot of them were going in the high prices, like 50, 60, or 70, but it was selling a little bit on the slower end. I paid $8.50 for it, which is a little bit pricey, so hopefully I don't sit on it for too long. I'm going to try to price it competitively so that that doesn't happen. This is a, how do you say this? Zenana sweater. I paid $2.50 for it, and it is an acid burnt orange wash pullover sweater. It has like raw edges. It just has that like indie sleaze, rugged, distressed look, which can do well sometimes. So that's why I'm testing that one out. This is a very similar story. This is by UMG though. That's what the tag looks like. I do skip this brand a whole bunch, but there are some pieces that I've been testing out just to see if I can get them moving based on style. So far, no luck, so we'll see how this one does. But it is a button-up shirt. It has the fraying on the hem at the bottom. It is this dark green color, and this one was $1.50. So I thought this one also had like a rugged, distressed look that I could market really well on Depop. If I don't see that piece moving or doing well, then I'll know that that's not something I should do moving forward. I guess I was taking a lot of risks this day, but this is another piece that I just am taking a gamble with. It is by a brand called Jaded London. It is a windbreaker style maxi skirt, and in the back it does have some black marks that I'm going to have to work on. But the reason why this is more of a gamble is because, for one, it's an extra small, so a little bit of a smaller size, and also I did see some Jaded London skirts sell on eBay in the hundreds, some 70, 80, so they sell pretty high, but the sell-through rate is just not good. And also the specific style of skirt, I don't think I saw any on eBay. I saw one on Poshmark, so the data really is not there. We'll see how this does. It was $3, so not that much of an investment, and I plan to use the keyword motor sport sporty for this one. Here we have some We the Free People corduroy pants. They're this flare style. I love this color. A lot of these colors are more like fall, which I love because I do want to start prepping for those months so that I have stuff up ready to go and listed as soon as people are ready to shop for it. I paid $3 for these pants and they are a size 31. So great price, great size, great color, great style, great material. A lot of good things going for these pants, I think. These pants here are by Spanx, which I guess may be becoming one of my bread and butter brands because I do come back with a lot of it every time I go sourcing. These are some wide leg pants. I didn't look these up because I normally don't when I find them cheap enough. These were only $4.50. I just sold some last night for, how much was it? Maybe like $28. So that's what I expect to get with these. Although the other ones were a medium, these are an extra large, so maybe closer to the $30 mark. Oh, here's the 3-piece set I was talking about. I was so surprised to find this and I didn't look it up, so hopefully once I go on to list it, I'm not surprised by bad data, but I don't think so. It is this brand called Packed, which I've picked up many of their dresses this summer, and during the winter I was coming across their sweaters. It always performs really well, and I was so surprised it was this brand. And then I was surprised that it was a 2-piece set. It's the shirt here, the pants here, and then once I was in line getting ready to check out, looking over everything, I realized it also came with shorts, and I realized that it also had the tags attached. And then to make this whole ordeal even better, it was priced at $4.50. So $4.50 for all 3 pieces. That is an amazing price. It is a pajama set. It is a beautiful color. It is a size medium. So a lot of great things going for this set. As I said in the beginning of the video, I'm not sure if I want to list each item individually, if I want to list the shorts separately and then the pants and the shirt together. I'm going to look up comps and see how people are doing it, if it's listed as a 3-piece set online. It doesn't say anything in the tag regarding that, so I'll have to look into that, but I thought that was an amazing find. I was really glad when I saw that it was that brand. This is a new Free People tag to me. I've never seen anything like this. This is a maxi dress. It is that velvet filling. It also has like, I don't know what, it's like fur, I guess, like fur stripes. It is very metallic-y. I paid $6.50 for this dress. Online, I didn't see that many that had sold recently, but that normally happens with more formal type dresses. You're not going to see a lot of them sold because it's not an everyday thing people are looking for. But I think at the very least, this will sell come holiday season because it screams Christmas to me. So we'll see with that one. Here we have this hiking outdoorsy brand called Cool. Here's what the logo in the back looks like. These pants I paid $4.50 for. There are a size 10 long, which I love to see when they are tall or long because it helps them sell a little bit better. These are that roll-up style, which has been doing really good with this brand, so that's why I decided to get these. And also when they're a dark green color, I think it's an added bonus. Here's some more Spanx pants. These are a size extra large as well, and for these I paid $3.50. These are very lightweight, maybe like 4 ounces is what they weigh. And I actually showed these exact pants, I think, in my most recent thrift haul. And in that haul, I was talking about me regretting getting the pants because once I went on to list them, I realized that they weren't going to sell for as much as I'd hoped. And I paid like $8 for those pants, and I listed them for $34, hoping to get around the $28 mark. So those numbers just did not add up. It wasn't going to leave me with that much of a profit or as much as I would have liked. But those pants ended up selling full price for $34. So in the end, it worked out for me. So because those pants had just sold and I saw them again, but at a much cheaper price, I thought it was a no-brainer to go ahead and get them. And also, it's going to be a super easy listing to just copy and paste on List Perfectly. I'll just switch around around the pictures and it'll be ready to go. Here we have some more Free People. This is a utility style jumpsuit, dark green color, zipper closure, pouch pockets, zipper pockets here, collared neckline, pockets at back, very stretchy, in great condition. It is a size medium, so not that bad, and I paid $8.50 for this jumpsuit. I did look up comps and it seems like I'm going to get at the very least $40 for it, but maybe a little more. This top I picked up based on style. It is by Universal Thread, so a Target brand. It is extra large and I paid $2.50 for it, but I loved the look of this top with the collared neckline, very cottage core, again with the fall color, beautiful sleeves with the smocking at the end, embroidered floral all over. It has pleats here as well. A lot of neat features with this top, a lot of amazing keywords I'm going to be able to use. That's why I wanted to give that one a try. This one I didn't look up when I just talked about looking up every Maeve piece, but hopefully it sells well for me. It is a size large, a very sheer floral lace collared top. This one I paid $3 for. A lot of sheer items by Free People and Anthropologie have been doing well for me, so that's why I wanted to go ahead and get that one. These are some more Hilera pants. These are not new with tags, so I'll probably sell them closer to the $20 mark, and I paid $3.50 for them. Pull-on stretchy dressy type pants. I think I've sold this exact style at least 2 times before. Now we're going to get into the shoes. I found a bit yesterday, nothing compared to before, but a little bit more than I have been finding these past few times I went sourcing. We're going to start off with a banger. I think these are some very beautiful shoes. Look at these things. They are Croc shoes in collaboration with Disney, and they have these, what are they called? I don't wear Crocs, so I don't know what these things are called, but gibbets maybe? They have all sorts of Cinderella stuff, pearls, diamonds, the Cinderella slipper. I thought these were so cute. I know that Crocs collabs do really well, but especially when they're Disney collabs, so that's why I thought this was a good pickup. I did pay up for them. They're priced at $46, so that means I paid $23 for these, so a little bit of a higher price than what I usually pay, but I think it's going to be well worth it. I didn't see too many sold in the past 90 days, but the few that I did see were well above over the 100, so hopefully I can at least hit anywhere from 80 to 100 for these, but I'm going to do more thorough comps and try to get the most for them. This next pair of shoes is by this brand Born. These are their Cove sandals. Well, they're called the Cove Modern, so they look a little bit different than the traditional ones that are a little bit longer. Those sell really well for me. Every time I list them, it's like a 1 to 2 day sale, and they always sell like in the $30 mark, and a lot of the time those are damaged for some reason. That specific Born style, the leather is separating at the trim, but they still sell that way for a good price and pretty quickly. These here were $6.50. I looked them up and the sell-through rate was crazy, just like the other ones, so I expect those to move pretty quickly. These are, I don't know if men's or women's, but either way, size 10 is a good size for men and women. These kind of shoes, they're just some all jet black Metcons. I paid $15 for these, and hopefully I can get close to the 70 if I remember correctly. That's what comps were showing. Oh, and did I show you the condition? They're in great condition. A lot of the time with athletic shoes there is just too much wear at the bottom. It's too smooth, but these appear to be in excellent condition. I show this brand probably almost every haul that I do where I show shoes. It is Madden Girl. They make very trendy shoes for the younger generation. I pick up this kind of chunky style platform loafer all the time. I just sold one probably last week for around the $28 mark, maybe $25 at the least I get for these, and these were only $3.50. That was a no-brainer to get, an easy flip, easy listing too. This is something I've been seeing lately by this brand Vionic. These are some recovery type sandals. I don't know exactly the purpose of recovery shoes. I just see that word thrown in a lot when I list UFUs. Those are also supposed to be recovery shoes. I guess it's when you work out after is when you wear those, or maybe if you're just needing some very comfortable shoes for one reason or another. I've sold one pair of recovery sandals by Vionic. Those performed really well. That's why I wanted to give these a try. Just some simple black slip-on, chunky. These were $5. Hopefully I can get closer to the 30 to 35 for those. I don't remember exactly what comp said. Here's the next pair of shoes. Similar to Madden Girl, at least the style, where it's very Y2K yet modern for the younger generation these times. This is by the brand Zara. These aren't in the best condition, but I think I can make them look really nice. These were $4.50. I'm sure that I can get at least $25, maybe closer to $30 for these. So I expect these to perform similar to these Madden Girl shoes, but once I do comps I'll know better, because sometimes Zara shoes do become blogger favorites, and so when they do, they sell for a lot more. These also gave me go-go boots vibes, so I think that's a keyword I'm going to use for those, and that usually helps those kind of items sell quickly. I just talked about this brand in my reseller income report. It is called Spirit, but it is by Lucchese. It says it right here at the top, and also inside it says it, but it says it very small. So I'm thinking that's why they didn't price them up, because normally thrift stores do price up Lucchese so high that I'm not able to get it. These were only $5, which is very, very surprising. In great condition for a Western boot, although these do give me steampunk vibes because they look a little bit Victorian, and also the gold buttons. So I think that's also another keyword I'm going to lean into with these. I expect these to sell for a pretty good price point. Next pair of shoes are these naturalizers. They're just some simple minimalist career office style pumps. I paid, let's see, $4.50 for these shoes. They are a size 10. I could have sworn they were wide. I normally like to get these shoes when they're wide. Here we have some, I was going to say more Steve Madden, but the other ones were Madden Girl. These are just Steve Madden. I do find myself picking up this brand a lot in their shoes, especially their club wear, more formal shoes for parties type things. I looked these specific heels up, and the sell-through rate was really good, but once I put the word clear in there, it brought it down a little bit. So I'm not sure exactly how these are going to end up doing, but they were only $4.50, so it's not a big investment, and I think I can make them work in the end profit wise. All right, everything is sorted, and now that it's sorted, I'm seeing that I got a bunch of dresses, just one skirt yesterday. Normally I come back with many more. I got lots of tops and quite a bit of pants too. Tops and pants, I guess, is where it was at yesterday. All in all, I'm grateful for the things that I found. I think they're really good pieces. I'm looking forward to getting all this stuff listed. I'm going to prep and take pictures all day today and probably finish on my listings by the end of tomorrow. If you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button so I will know to continue making more. But that's all for me today. I thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.